Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're all having a great day. Hope everyone's having a great day, and welcome to the Rich TV Live broadcast, where we are going to talk to you today about the next super hyper growth stock that I think has enormous potential and enormous upside. And this is a company that I brought to you guys first. It's been a huge success story. Obviously, we've been talking about NUMI Wellness for quite some time, and you can actually see all the videos on YouTube. You can see that we made a video about NUMI Wellness when it was at around 78 cents on YouTube. You can see currently now at $1.51. Here's the video right here. Here's the date on December 5th, 2020. Made a video on NUMI Wellness when it was currently at 78 cents. Today, NUMI Wellness resides at $1.51. Okay. And I believe that the upside for them is absolutely tremendous. And I want to tell you why. So we're going to go through why this morning. So you can see here, it's been as low as 22 cents, been as high as 245. So you can see been as high as 245. So tremendous upside potential for NUMI Wellness, currently sitting at $1.51. So you see a stock go from 22 cents all the way up to 245. That's a 10 bagger, meaning it had 1,000% return. Then it retraced a little bit, which is what almost all stocks do, retraced to where it is today at $1.50, but still up tremendously from when I brought it to you first at 78 cents, up around 100%. That is the Canadian symbol for NUMI Wellness. The US symbol, LYKSF, currently at $1.21. You can see that these guys started at 15 cents and went as high as $1.90. Very, very interesting psychedelic play. Went from 15 cents to $1.90 and currently resides at $1.21. So I think that the upside is tremendous from here. And I think that as an investor, you're just looking for a dip. You're looking for an opportunity. You're looking for some panic. You're looking for some fear. You're looking for a red day to position yourself. I think the upside for these guys is tremendous. Like I said in my video on December 5th, when I thought that they would go well over $1, and they have. Congratulations to investors on NUMI Wellness. And I believe that this story is just starting to take hold. You can see here on bar chart, if you scroll down, they're up 19% in the last month and 115% in the last 3 months. Want to look at their key data right now at 247 million market cap, 163 million shares listed, issued, and outstanding. So not as tight of a float as we've seen with some of our other picks, but still a relatively tight float. And this is a company that's already raised millions of dollars. So they're very well capitalized. And we'll be watching to see if there's any news this morning as the market opens up. They did recently have some news. Here's the big news that they recently had yesterday. OTC Health and Numinus Wellness to conduct psychedelic lab research and development. OTC Health Corp, OPTI, developers of a vertically integrated functional mushroom brand focused on the health and wellness sector, is pleased to announce that effective January 4, 2021, it entered into a lab services agreement with Numinus Wellness, recognized as an early leader in developing and supporting the safe, evidence-based, accessible use of psychedelic-assisted psychotherapies, PAP. Numinus is aiding OTC's mission to further the research and development of Canadian-grown psilocybin-producing mushrooms and related product formulations. So this is some big news for NUMI, and I want to go through some more stuff here. So this is their investor deck. Numinus.ca investors, you can go to their website. An integrated ecosystem for healing at scale. Let's talk about some of the key points here. Numinus is an integrated mental health delivery company creating an ecosystem of health solutions to research, develop, and deliver safe, evidence-based, accessible psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy. Numinus Bioscience is a Health Canada licensed lab for psychedelic substance research, developing IP while offering analytics services for revenue generation. Numinus R&D is developing psychedelic-assisted therapeutics protocols to embrace. That's right. That's right. They are constantly doing everything to embrace and embed in mainstream healthcare, led by medical leadership with global research and policy reform experience. Numinus Health supports practitioners in developing best-in-class treatments by offering centralized, Numinus-owned training facilities and other operational resources for effective care delivery and healthcare impact. This trifecta of solutions positions Numinus at the forefront of psychedelics for healing and wellness. I'm a huge fan of Numinus Wellness. Obviously, they've been a huge success already for our community, and they're doing extremely well ever since we did this first video on YouTube. And I believe that this is a story that's just getting started. They also have a first mover licensing advantage for psychedelic research. Obviously, that is huge. Having first mover advantage is always a game changer. And I was one of the first ones ever to talk to you guys about cannabis stocks. Now, psychedelic stocks remind me of cannabis stocks. It is the new sector that everybody's getting excited about because it is literally changing the world. Now, let's talk a little bit about why, okay, and what makes them so special. So psychedelics are living up to the hype as the mental health therapy, as a mental health therapy. Numinus Wellness Inc., NUMI in Canada, LYKSF in America, is at the forefront of psychedelic medicine as institutional and retail investors start to pile in. Daniel Carcillo is a two-time Stanley Cup winner, one of the most recognizable enforcers in the National Hockey League, and suffering from the aftermath of traumatic brain injury. This is why I would never, ever, ever have my son or my daughter playing sports where they could take shots to the head. And obviously hockey, very physical sport, and so is football. And there's a lot of sports that are causing a lot of mental health issues. And that's why I believe psychedelics are here to stay, and they're going to be the future of mental health. Too many blows to the head will do that. As an enforcer, his role was to protect star players at any cost, and that literally was at the cost of his own health, unfortunately. Really sad. But luckily, now in 2021 and beyond, we've got psychedelics to help people that are in need. We got psychedelics to help people that need the most help, people that are struggling mentally, physically with mental illness. We've got a solution for them now. If you guys like these videos, please smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and subscribe. If you have not joined the club, you can join the trading club at richpicksdaily.com. Any updates on UPI coming up? You know what? Not today, but anything is possible at any time. Amjad, good morning. Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Young Killa. If you guys like the video, please smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and subscribe. Remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here in Rich TV Live. Always invest in the best. The best is blessed, and you deserve the best. Here at Rich TV Live, we take a lot of pride in bringing you guys the best companies, early stage, what we call rockets, undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed opportunities, and NUMI Wellness has been one of those. Now, here's another article here. Psychedelics are living up to the hype as a mental health therapy. Numinus Wellness Inc., NUMI in Canada, LYKSF in America, is at the forefront of psychedelic medicines as institutional and retail investors start to pile in. Now, if you're trying to get into this sector, it's early. It's super early, right? So if you know it's early, then it's really just kind of like a matter of time, right? It's just a matter of time until this sector really becomes one of the hottest sectors in the world, if it's not already one of the hottest sectors in the world. So let's just talk a little bit about how psychedelics are helping athletes. So this hockey player, Carcillo, as an enforcer, his role was to protect star players at any cost, and that often meant acting as a human shield. Carcillo was forced to retire early from the NHL after repeated concussions, too many shots to the head, and resulting traumatic brain injury began to destroy his quality of life. Carcillo is not the only NHL player who has struggled with mental health issues as a result of playing high-impact sports. Fellow NHL players such as Wade Belak, who played for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Rick Rippin, and former teammate Steve Montador all died unexpectedly after suffering from mental health issues as a result of repeated head trauma. Since his retirement, Carcillo has become the founder and CEO of Wasana Health, a company focusing on developing treatment for traumatic brain injury, TBI, to help others experience the potential benefits of psilocybin. While professional athletes from hockey players to boxers, football players, and baseball players have been turning to psychedelics to treat complex mental health issues, the use of psychedelics in the medical field is nothing new. HP says if Rich TV traded on the NASDAQ, it would trade at $1,000 a share. Rich is the real deal. Hey, thank you, HP. I appreciate you. Good morning, Seth. Hope you're having a great day. What do you guys think of NUMI Wellness? If you like this video, smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and subscribe. With decades of academic research providing supporting evidence of the beneficial therapeutic benefits of psychedelics for patients diagnosed with conditions such as traumatic brain injury, depression, anxiety, PTSD, addiction, and a host of other mental health issues, psychedelic medicines are grabbing major funding, scientific support, and interest from prolific investors. And we get the opportunity to get in first, and we get the opportunity to get in early. And in my opinion, we are very early to the psychedelic revolution. I was the first one ever to bring you guys Mind Medicine. I was one of the first ones ever to bring you NUMI Wellness. And if you're part of my club, you know that I've got a whole slew of other psychedelic stocks that I'm bringing to our club and to our community, and that I'm bringing to the world here on Rich TV Live almost daily, because this is one of the hottest, fastest growing sectors in the world, and it's just in the infancy stages. A leading psychedelic company addressing the universal desire to heal and be well. Numinus Wellness Inc. is a mental health and wellness company creating an ecosystem of solutions to research, develop, and deliver safe, evidence-based, accessible psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy. Numinus Wellness went public in 2020 after raising an initial $10 million with institutional support from Canaccord Genuity and 8 Capital. After listing on the TSX Venture Exchange, Numinus Wellness ended 2020 with an oversubscribed financing, raising an additional $17 million. So this is a company that's just getting started, has already exploded, and has already been able to raise $27 million. Why would $27 million be pouring into a company if they did not have a future? I believe the future is extremely bright for the psychedelic sector, and I believe that the future is very bright for Numinus Wellness. Numinus Wellness has a multi-pronged business strategy, which includes Numinus Bioscience, Numinus R&D, and Numinus Clinics. Together, these create a dynamic synergy as the combination of business segments positions the company at the forefront of psychedelics for healing and wellness. Numinus Wellness is also the first public company with a Health Canada licensed lab for psychedelic substance research. Not only does their license allow for research, but allows Numinus Wellness to produce and extract psilocybin from mushrooms, from which they were also recognized as the first public company to complete a legal harvest. Numinus Wellness Inc. operates 4 clinics in Canada with a focus on delivering personalized therapy from these clinics, both virtually and in person. Not only do they operate physical clinics, but Numinus Wellness has a 7,000 square feet laboratory with top-of-the-line equipment to deliver applied research, IP development, and R&D partnerships. Numinus Wellness has a strong management team with technical, scientific, and capital markets experience to execute on all business plans. I don't think that you raise $27 million unless you know what you're doing. I don't think you do that by luck. Moreover, the company has been recognized and validated by the investment community after becoming the Horizon Psychedelic Stock Index ETF PSYK top weighted holding at 9.89% at the date of the ETF launch, January 27, 2021. So the psychedelics ETF decided that they were going to position themselves with the most in Numinus Wellness. If that doesn't tell you where they stand with all the psychedelic stocks, I don't know what does. Why would the ETF position themselves so greatly in NUMI Wellness, their biggest position in NUMI Wellness, if they didn't see huge potential, huge upside for Numinus Wellness? And I agree with them. 6 reasons why Numinus Wellness is the psychedelic stock to watch in 2021. Number 1, favorable regulatory landscape. Canadian and U.S. government continues to make changes to laws and regulations, decriminalizing the use of psychedelics in Denver, Oakland, Santa Cruz, Somerville, and Vancouver, Canada, where I happen to be. And now the entire state of Oregon has now only decriminalized psilocybin, but legalized it for therapeutic use. And now the entire state of Oregon has not only decriminalized psilocybin, but legalized it for therapeutic use. Healthcare is failing with limited options. 971 million people worldwide are suffering from a mental disorder. That number is just staggering. In Canada, 1 out of 2 Canadians are affected by mental health issues by the age of 40. 1 out of 2. That is concerning. Massive market opportunity. Psychedelics are an entirely new category of medication, which has a $100 billion total addressable market for mental health. Licensing advantage for psychedelic research. Numinus is the first public company in Canada to receive a license to produce and extract psilocybin from mushrooms. Company also possesses a dealer license from Health Canada to import, export, possess, test, and distribute Molly, psilocybin, psilocin, N-dimethyltryptamine, and mescaline. They have a strong leadership and R&D team. Numinus is led by scientific, medical, and business leaders with expertise in international healthcare research, policy reform, regulatory affairs, capital markets, technology, and government relations. Huge, huge fan of Numinus Wellness, and why not? Why not? They are a huge success story already, and I believe that this is a story that is just getting started. Absolutely just getting started. And the reality is we're just talking about them today for only the second time. So the reality is not everybody knows about these guys yet. Okay. So Numinus is led by scientific, medical, business leaders with expertise in international healthcare research, policy reform, regulatory affairs, capital markets, technology, and government relations. They're also the first public company to complete a legal harvest of psilocybin mushrooms. In December, Numinus completed the first legal extraction of psilocybin mushrooms in Canada by a public company for R&D purposes. Numinus Wellness was the first publicly traded company in Canada to be granted a license by Health Canada to research the standardization of psilocybin from mushrooms. The license is a critical differentiator between the company and its peers, as it allows Numinus Wellness to develop the license its own exclusive IP for further product development in partnership with leading research organizations. So given its current market capitalization, strong scientific background, and laboratory to cultivate and research, it's hard to believe that NUMI is one of the cheapest stocks in the sector will compare to its peers. For instance, Compass Pathways, which received FDA breakthrough therapy designation for its psilocybin therapy program in treatment-resistant depression in 2018, is currently valued at almost $2 billion. MindMed, which is currently conducting phase 2A clinical trials evaluating the efficacy of treating anxiety with acid, is now worth about US 1.3 billion, and its share price just grew 10x in the last 6 months, and I brought it to you first. This shows how much money investors are willing to pump into promising psychedelic companies. NUMI holds just as much potential as its two peers, if not more, when you consider the long term. That's a big statement. That is a huge statement. Hey, Ampho Drew, good morning. What do you think of NUMI Wellness? For starters, NUMI Wellness Inc., NUMI in Canada, LYKSF in America, is already generating some revenue from its first public company to complete a legal harvest of psilocybin mushrooms, as well as the first to receive Health Canada license to produce and extract psilocybin from mushrooms. Putting all this together, Numinus has clear advantages over its peers. Even if NUMI doesn't get valued at the same multiple as these companies, it's clear that there is significant upside potential to the stock, especially considering that it plans on developing its own psilocybin products later on this year. Institutional money sees the opportunity in Numinus Wellness, as it was listed as the largest weighting, 9.89% for its first ever psychedelic ETF. And I told you guys about this, the Horizons Psychedelic Index ETF, PSYK, which launched on January 27th. You can see where they compare to their peers. The best part here about Mind Medicine is they have no revenue. And despite the fact that they have no revenue, they're already at a 1.2 billion market cap, and they're up 1,000%, more than 1,000%. So you can see where Numinus Wellness compares with their 200 million market cap, comparing them to Mind Medicine, a 1.2 million market cap, Compass Pathways, a 1.7 million market cap, Midasine Innovations, which I brought to you guys earlier this week, 55 million market cap, and Cybin Inc., CYBN, a 184 million market cap. You can see the trend here for NUMI, and I showed you guys with the chart earlier. Numinus shares have been on an upward trend with no signs of slowing down. On October 1st, 2020, shares were trading at just 49 cents Canadian, and by February 19, 2021, they had climbed back to $1.74, translating to almost 600% gain in 4 months. If the stock manages to break past the current resistance of $1.74, there's a high likelihood it could go and surge even higher. And I would say that the $2 range is the next big catalyst, the next big point of resistance that they're going to be looking to break. So Canada is paving the way for the global adoption of psychedelic medicines, creating an exciting investment opportunity. So I'm not going to go through all of this, but huge fan of NUMI Wellness. And I believe that they are a play that everybody needs to put on their watch list and everybody needs to put on their radar. Love to know what you guys think about NUMI Wellness. I think they're undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. They've already raised a lot of money. They've got a strong team. Let's talk about their leadership team. So the leadership team is the perfect blend of acclaimed scientists, mental health experts, and successful entrepreneurs. So Peyton Nyquist, co-founder and chief executive officer and executive, 15 years plus in Canada, US capital markets, including raises for early hemp companies, raised 100 million plus for public and private companies across North America, former vice president and head of sales of one of Canada's largest independent brokerages. Stacey Wallen, co-founder and chief strategy officer, former founder, CEO of biotech workplace safety and wearable startup with Fortune 100 clients, tech growth and scale and policy change experience as co-founder of the Canadian Accelerator Incubator Network and former director of venture programs at BC Tech Association. So you could see some of the people that are working. Dr. Evan Wood, who's the chief medical officer, Michael Tan, who's the Chief Operations Officer, John Fong, who's a CPA and Chief Financial Officer. So strong team. And once again, 8 reasons why investors should keep Numinus Wellness on their radar. Number 1, prolific investors entering the market. Peter Thiel, the founder of PayPal and Palantir, has been investing in psychedelics along with Kevin O'Leary and Bruce Linton, who are heavily involved in biomedicine. On the brink of regulatory change, like hemp in its infancy, psychedelics are gaining momentum as the regulatory policies begin to adapt to the evolving landscape. Multifaceted approach to the industry. Companies focused on 3 different segments of the market, creating a diversified and synergistic approach to success. Health Canada licensed lab, first public company with a license to cultivate and harvest psilocybin for research and development and intellectual property. War chest of cash, approximately $30 million of cash in the bank to execute on its business milestones. Not bad for a company just getting started. $100 billion market opportunity, low market capitalization relative to the total addressable market, with a company being valued at only $200 million as of February 25th, 2021. Seasoned management and R&D team, medical team with over 500 plus peer review publications, and management team with strong capital markets IQ, which is why they're able to raise capital and why the stock's done well. You need to have a team that knows what they're doing. Companies don't just do well. They do well because they have the right team leading the ship. Top ETF holding, Horizon Psychedelic Stock Index ETF, PSYK, the first psychedelic ETF listed Numinus Wellness Inc. as its largest holding at 9.89% on the date of launch, January 27, 2021. Now remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence, always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here in Rich TV Live. Love to know what you guys think. I do spend a lot of time researching companies. I do spend a lot of time learning about companies, and I do spend a lot of time talking to investors about companies. This is a company I think everyone should have on their watch list. Everyone should have on their radar. Everyone should be aware of. They are potentially going to be one of the biggest players in the psychedelic space, and they are still early, as you can see, at $1.21 in America. And despite the fact that they've gone up huge, and at $1.51 in Canada, still, in my opinion, very undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed, with incredible upside. Love to know what you think. Please let me know. Comment on the video, share the video everywhere, and subscribe if you're alive. This is Rich from Rich TV Live, bringing you Numinus Wellness, a company that I think has a chance to be a global leader in psychedelics. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Comment on the video. What do you think about Numinus Wellness? And they just had the big news. Optimi Health and Numinus Wellness to conduct psychedelic lab research and development. News is circulating. And I'm going to continue to do some more research. Once again, LYKSF in America on the OTC Pink Exchange and NUMI on the Toronto Stock Venture Exchange. If you're not winning, you're not watching. We bring in the winners and we bring them to you first. We brought you NUMI Wellness first at 78 cents, currently at $1.50. And I think that the upside and the future looks bright. Have yourselves a great day. This is Rich from Rich to Be Live, and I'm out. Peace.